not met the Chief Justice at the time.
Yes, that's correct.
In fact, you only met the Chief Justice, as you say, on 12.
That's correct, Counsel.
12 December, right?
That is correct.
And the fact that you sent it before you had met, or the CJ, the Chief Justice Zondo, had said anything or commented about it, is normal. It's
Yes.
how you do it.
Yes.
You also, at this point, am I correct that you indicated that it would be referred to the committee?
Yes, to the Judicial Conduct Committee.
Yes.
Yes.
Did you know this for certain before you met the CJ?
No, it's just a standard letter that we usually send to every complainant who has lodged a complaint. It's not a matter that it's already determined at that stage that it will go to the JCC.
Okay, so it's possible that you could say that to a complainant and then it's not sent.
Yes.
To the committee. It's just a standard letter.
Yes, it's just a standard letter.
And eventually, you say that on the 11th, you say this in paragraph 15 of your affidavit, the Chief Justice Zondo sent you a WhatsApp message, a text message, saying he had heard that you wanted to see him, to give him a new complaint.
Yes.
I'm going to pause here to give you a version that the complainant raised, and I will go to the thing. The complainant indicated, and I'll show, will demonstrate it to you now, that you had said, you had assured her that at the time you were with her, the Chief Justice was waiting for the complaint. Is there any comment if I told you that that's the version of the complainant?
That is not correct, Counsel, because at the time, at the time when we were still, owners are still assisting the complainant with lodging a complaint, the Chief Justice did not know about the complaint.
Chair, I am referring to and you don't have to pull it out, the transcript of the 20th of January 2025. Okay. It's page 101. At the foot of that page, Ms. Mengo says this. She, meaning you, she assured me that the Chief Justice of the time, or the person who was the Chief Justice at that time, she had informed him he was waiting for it. She was going to take it to him as soon as we return from the police station. That's the chair. I was just giving you as a reference.
Yes,
because of the fact that you sent the acknowledgement.
Yes.
And the 9th is the time, or the 8th, when you were still with the complainant. But that is her version, which I'm asking you because it conflicts with your version, which you say in your affidavit on oath. I guess it's true. You had not met the Chief Justice Zondo at the time.
Yes, I had not met Chief Justice Zondo at the time, and he was not aware at the time when I was assisting the complaint that there is such a complaint that we are busy with. As you can see, even in the annexure that I sent of our communication, it says a new complaint. I did not mention anything about that, about JP Mbenenge.
Yes.
Yes. He only got to know about the complaint against JP when we met.
In fact, when Chief Justice Zondo this is in your paragraph 15, I take it from me, I've read it's there. You say that on this, the CJ mentioned that I will have to come the following day, otherwise I might not get a chance to see him until the next year.
That's correct.
Right? And indeed, you only met the CJ on 12 December 2022 when you went to her chambers, right?
That's correct.
Would you say this was the first time you and Chief Justice Zondo at the time discussed this issue?
Yes, that was the first time I informed him that there's this complaint that has been officially lodged against JP Mbenenge.
And so you would dispute the version that you had said to the complainant that Chief Justice Zondo was already waiting.
I dispute that.
All right. And then you indicated to the Chief Justice, you told him about this complaint, right?
Yes.
You say that in your paragraph 16 that you say you don't know whether you had prepared a memorandum. Do you remember now whether you did a memorandum or you just
I don't remember,
explained to me? You
Counsel.
don't remember.
I don't
But in
remember.
any event, you told him.
Yes, that it's
about the
related to.
complaint. Do you, before you parted ways with the Chief Justice, this is now on the 12th. Did he say anything to you about this complaint or anything related to it, except taking it, that he would read it?
No, he only told me that he will read the complaint and revert back to me after he has read the complaint.
Because it's the 12th, and I'm going to raise this to you, I hope it's not irregular, is that did Advocate Potgieter or the Chief Justice at the time, well, let's start with the Chief Justice. Did the Chief Justice indicate whether she had been told anything about this complaint or anything related thereto?
As far as I know, it was the first time he heard from me.
Well, because it's going to be said by JP, did the Chief Justice tell you that on the 8th or thereabout, he had already met with the JP Mbenenge?
Whether he had met with the JP,
Did he tell you that?
I don't think so. I don't remember us having that discussion, Counsel.
No, I think just jog your memory again. It's an important thing, as you said. Did he tell you that he had met with Judge President Mbenenge on the 8th?
On the 8th?
Yes.
No,
He didn't tell you.
no.
Thank you. And then you then parted ways with the Chief Justice at the time, right?
Yes.
And then later, can I take you to, because this is important regarding the point I want to raise with you, is the letter that Miss Mbali Songa has written. I'm going to take you to it. It's page, I don't know what this is, 1477 of this bundle. Exhibit B. It's Exhibit B. I hope, Chair, you have B. Oh, 2, sorry. The page that I'm going to go to is 1417. Yeah, they may be different. This is the letter from Miss Mbali Song to Mr. Mnuba. Yes.
On the 11th of January.
Yes, it's on the, no, it's the 10th of January. On a Friday, the 10th of January. It's second page of this document.
Okay.
Have you found it, Chair?
1418.
1417.
Does your pagination correspond with someone else's?
Yeah, I'm going.
Yes, can we get a mathematician in here to work out once and for all? If it is 1/8 to the tribunal, then it means to the other parties is how much?
One page less.
One page less.
1417, I think.
So it's just
But
one
I'm gonna
page
I'm gonna
less.
ask my colleagues to confirm that. One page less, is that right?
Oh, I didn't even pick that up. So it's just one page.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Chair, that mathematician is definitely not me, but have you got the letter? That page, 1417 or a page less?
Yes.
Right. You will see, I'm not going to read the entire letter with you. I'm going to read you the part that I will ask you about because it relates to the fact that you say in the affidavit. She says, I received the communication. This is the second, should be the first paragraph. It's the first paragraph. I received the communication on 13 December 2024, and I then telephoned Ms. Moretlwe, who was the secretariat at the time when the complainant was lodged sometime in December 2022. And in brackets says, I was not aware that there was a complaint lodged at the time, close bracket. I inquired about the complaint and she confirmed that there was indeed an initial complaint lodged at the time, and CJ Zondo was not satisfied with the complaint and asked the secretary to ask the complainant to lodge another complaint, which is the one that is in the papers currently. You see that?
Yes, Council.
What is your comment? And then I'll take you to your affidavit and what you say there.
My comment is that at the time when I spoke to Mbali, I did not remember that. I could not recall that. I had forgotten that the first complaint that we had was misplaced by the Chief Justice.
Right.
Yes.
Now, the point I'm saying is that, okay, let me go to the specific. She says you had indicated that CJ Zondo was not satisfied with the complaint and asked the secretariat to ask the complainant to lodge another complaint. I'm trying to find out, the very first question I asked you about where we reached a divergence of views. And I want to ask you now, what is your comment?
My comment is that the Chief Justice did not say that he was not satisfied with the complaint and that the complainant, I must ask the complaint to lodge another complaint. What happened was that, as I indicated, the Chief Justice called me to inform me that he had misplaced the complaint.
Right.
And then, furthermore, he said that although he had read the complaint, it was difficult for him to understand as it had not been cross-referenced, meaning that the screenshots that were attached and the events that were there, he could not tell as to which screenshot belonged to which. So if the complainant could cross-reference, then that will be that will suffice, because now any person being a JCC, him or other being the JCC member, will be able to understand. It had nothing to do with the content. It just simply had to do with the cross-referencing.
Right. Would it be, are you suggesting that Miss Songa is not telling the truth to this tribunal?
What I'm saying is that I did say this. I did tell Miss Songa this, but I'm saying that at the time I had forgotten that what the Chief Justice had really said. It's not about that he was not satisfied.
Okay.
He misplaced the complaint.
Let's go to your affidavit. Go to paragraph 19 of your affidavit. Let's see whether you're telling me the truth now. Right. I'm going to read. Let's read paragraph 19, and I'm going to ask you to read it yourself. Please read it out loud for the record.
I then called Ms. Mengu and informed the complaint was misplaced in the office of the Chief Justice, and that the Chief Justice has requested that she completes a new complaint in a form of an affidavit. Furthermore, I informed Ms. Mengu that the Chief Justice mentioned that it was difficult to read the complaint as the screenshots were not cross-referenced, as I explained above, and it may also be difficult for other JCC members to read the complaint should the matter be referred to them.
Right. Am I correct to suggest that there's actually no difference between what you said to Ms. Songa and what you say in this affidavit? The CJ was not satisfied with the complaint as it stood at the time.
Well, for lack of a better word, we can say the satisfied part, but it was in relation to the cross-reference.
You don't want to accuse you of protecting anybody. Let's deal with it right here.
But that is my understanding,
I'm
Council.
saying, no, please wait for me. I'm saying to you, forget the word satisfied. We can use not happy
Okay.
if you don't like the word satisfied. Is it inaccurate to say Chief Justice Zondo was not happy with the complaint as it stood then? He needed it cross-referenced and all and in an affidavit form.
The cross-referencing, yes, for it to be.
Ma'am, please. I'm saying to you, we can use the word you like. He was not happy with the complaint as it stood because of the things he told you.
Yes.
Thank you. Now that we're there, so you had indicated that you had now generated, we know that on the 9th, you sent an acknowledgement letter, right?
Yes.
We also know from your evidence that you did not generate another one for the new complaint, as you call it consistently in your...
Yes, I did not issue another reference number.
In fact, correct me if I'm wrong here. In your testimony yesterday, you also told us that you did not necessarily acknowledge the new complaint the way you had acknowledged the initial complaint.
Yes, because the new complaint, the second one was to serve as a duplicate of the one that was misplaced.
So would you agree with me then? But you call it the new complaint.
Yes, we call it the new complaint, but it's still the same. It's a duplicate.
If I told you that it's not the same, that content-wise there are differences, would you disagree with me?
I would not disagree with that, but from how we work, it's not a matter about what the content. It's about the complaint is against who, it relates to what. Not whether there's a difference, there's an actual difference between the two. Hence, we're saying that it's a duplicate.
So if it's from the same person,
Even if it's the same person, it was Ms. Mengu's complaint against the JP. It related to sexual harassment.
all right, so that's why I was trying to correct you. You said it's not the what, it's the who.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yes,
So it's the what.
yes, as to who lodged the complaint against who, what the complaint relates to.
All I'm saying to you is that you call it the new complaint.
For lack of a better word, Council used duplicate.
There have been many lacks of better words, yeah. And so I want to establish from you that, so we've established now that there isn't a divergence of versions between your version and that of Ms. Songa on this question. It's just there are words you don't like, but actually the CJ was not happy with the complaint as it stood. Please, I want your comment. I'm saying the essence of what both of you say is the same. Am I correct?
Yes.
Thank you. Chair, I have no further question.
Advocate Bartland.
I think it was for the evidence leader to go first, but
I'm not so
if you
sure
ask,
whether-
oh, okay, I have no questions.
Yes.
Thank you, Chair. Just on this last questions, the essence was that the Chief Justice was not happy with the complaint. Why did the Chief Justice phone you regarding this complaint?
You mean after I've submitted it to him?
Yes, in December he called you regarding this complaint.
Yes, he called me after I've given the complaint. He called me to inform me that the complaint he had misplaced the complaint.
So what was the essence of this?
That if I asked the complainant to do a complaint in a form of an affidavit, and that he found it as he had read the complaint, but he had the difficulty as to it was not cross reference. So I asked the complaint to cross reference the complaint between the complaint and the screenshot, so that any person or any GCC members, if they were to read it, they will have a better understanding of the complaint.
But what I'm asking you is the reason why I called you. What was the reason why I called you?
For the complainant to do a new complaint.
Because of what?
Pardon?
Why did you need to complete a new complaint?
Because he had misplaced the complaint.
Thank you. And then, just to come back to the copy of this complaint, you say the next morning the complainant came back to you, and the complaint was on a memory stick. That was now on the 8th of December.
When I met with the complainant?
Yes.
Yes.
She came to you with a memory stick.
No. We met. She had a laptop. I had my laptop. I do not recall whose memory stick did we use to download the final complaint to be printed.
So that's what I want to, because I don't know if it's clear. Did she download it there in front of you on the memory stick, or did she bring the memory stick to you?
We were in the same office. She downloaded from her laptop
In front of you?
in front of me, gave it to me,
Thank
and
you.
I printed.
Thank you. No further questions?
Thank you, Ms. Moretlwe,
Thank you, Chief
for
President.
your time. You are excused.
Thank you, President.